Floods and fatigue, towns underwater, what the president told victims, and who's getting hit next. The hero of Gary.
He put his life on the line for the kids.
How he saved a dozen kids.
But first, a new fertility treatment for couples trying to have babies using a combination approach to increase the odds. When it comes to getting pregnant, there's the old-fashioned way and the new high-tech way. But in a special report, Margaret Shortridge explains there may be a third option that might work.
This is my brother Sam's 4 children, Patrick and Samantha and Katie and Anthony.
Mary Williams keeps photos of her nieces and nephews right where she can see them, on her refrigerator.
They're a handful. We love them.
She and her husband thought that after they were married, things would happen naturally. But when she didn't get pregnant after trying for nearly a year, she was devastated.
I felt really alone. I felt really isolated. I felt like nobody understood me. I felt like it was my fault because I was this broken person.
The couple then consulted a fertility specialist and found out they both had issues. For Donnie, it was a sperm problem. For Mary, a condition called polycystic ovary syndrome, which can affect a woman's ovulation. Together, they were told their chances of having a child naturally were slim.
The infertility doctor said, you have less than a 1% chance of conceiving on your own.
And that's when Mary learned of Pulling Down the Moon, a pregnancy pilot study organized by the authors of the book Fully Fertile. They believe to increase your odds of conception, you have to combine medical help and holistic techniques.
If you can switch the way you think and change your attitude, you can change your life. Okay? And how do you change your attitude? It's not easy.
To approach the problem, the women meet once a week for 3 months. Their goal, to boost the mind-body connection by discussing yoga, nutrition, oriental medicine, and meditation.
This integrative approach, we think, is revolutionary. We think that patients are crying out for it.
In fact, the National Infertility Association estimates infertility affects 10% of the population. While many patients turn to artificial insemination or in vitro fertilization, it can be expensive and doesn't always work, which is why Pulling Down the Moon encourages that women push lifestyle changes as well.
If they can persist in therapy because they are able to reduce stress, persistence will pay off. Persistence
definitely paid off for half the group. Within 6 months of completing the program, 4 of the 8 women were pregnant.
You have to have data. Otherwise, it's just your word.
Infertility specialist Dr. David Cohen was impressed, but he says it's too small of a study to draw any conclusions.
It certainly might be for some. I've certainly referred patients for this, and I can't honestly say it helped them. I know it doesn't hurt them.
That was mid-February.
It certainly helped Mary. She's now busy preparing for her own bundle of joy.
I remember one morning waking up and taking a pregnancy test, and it was positive, and I was stunned.
She and Donnie found out after the support group that she's pregnant and due in September.
We had so much going against us, and yet I'm pregnant.
Well, it should be noted that Pulling Down the Moon does involve a physician and psychologist in many of its sessions. Some workshops are free, others can cost as much as $200. Now, we put more information on the classes on our website, myfoxchicago.com. Margaret Shortridge, Fox News, Chicago.
That's great stuff. My wife got pregnant when the doctors told us you can't have any kids, and then she got pregnant. Thank you. Why didn't we say that in the beginning?
Yeah, kind of relax. That's amazing.
Exactly.